Well, there's President Chirac of France, a great sumo fan. He, when the Sumo Association came over to Paris about 7 years ago, was it? 6 years ago, he attended every day of the tournament here, and he's presenting a cup to the winners of each basho from now, and he says he'll present that cup for as long as he's French president. So let's go into our first bout. It's between Kyokushuzan and Hamanoshima. These two have fought 8 times. Hamanashima's won 6 of them. Hamanoshima on the right there. Slightly uneven start there. Kyokushuzan not doing at all well, although normally in Nagoya he does well. He usually gets kachikoshi. That was his 7th loss. He's getting very close. Only one away from makikoshi, and that was the 5th win for Hamanoshima. Both these wrestlers got married a couple of months ago. Sometimes works wonders with the guys. They have to concentrate on winning and earning to support their families. Now, next bout, Kyokutenho, Mongolian wrestler against Tokitsuumi. Tokitsuumi likes his secret of his training, he says, is vegetable juice, drinks lots of it every morning. Quite light wrestler. Tokitsuumi, a mere 130 kilos, which is about just over 20 stone. Kyokutenho at 140, some 10 kilos heavier. So they're locking in tight there. Head down, both hands on the front of the belt. Head against the chest. There's a determined push from Tokitsuumi from that position of power. 2 hands and a head onto the opponent's body. And that drove Kyokutenho over the side with yorikiri. Next bout, Kotonowaka. Big, tall wrestler, well experienced. Fights Aminishiki. They never fought before. Aminishiki in his first basho. Big graze on his forehead there. Very light, only 117 kilos, and, well, brief but game fight by the newcomer. He's already got 8 wins and kachikoshi, so he's slightly relaxed, and that was Kotonowaka's 6th win. Now, Chiyotenzan against Kotoryu. These two have fought twice before. Chiyotenzan's won both times. Chiyotenzan's already got 8 wins, so that's his kachikoshi. And there's a win for Kotoryu despite his injured knee. Does a nice hikiotoshi pull drop throw there against Chiyotenzan. So 6th win for Kotoryu, not doing too badly. His previous basho he had 7 wins, so he's got a chance to level up or exceed his previous results. Now, Kaiho against Takatoriki. Kaiho from his stable boss is Hokuto-umi, a real tough ex-yokozuna. Takatoriki, Mr. Mean, got a good line in slaps. Well, there's one that missed. Some slaps from Kaiho there. Well, Kaiho drove in hard but skidded at the edge. So that was a game fight between the two of them. Lots of slaps and pushes. Takatoriki takes that one. That's 7 wins for Takatoriki. Let's watch this one again. Takatoriki, not too many slaps at the start there. Midway through this bout, starts to open up with the slaps. There's one to the side of the face. Another mix there. There's one that misses completely. Kaiho coming in with his own slaps on Takatoriki's shoulder, then dives in, but his head's controlled by Takatoriki, and that drops him down to the mat. So Kaiho with only 5 wins so far, 6 losses now. Chirac there, flanked by the head of the Sumo Association, Tokitsukaze. Thoroughly enjoys his sumo. Now Asanowaka fights Daizen. Daizen, the oldest Rikishi in the Makuuchi division, 35 years old. Fighting Asanowaka. They've fought 6 times before. Asanowaka's won 5 of them. Asanowaka not winning on the tachi-ai there, just winning with straightforward oshidashi. Good push from Asanowaka. It's the man who had 2 previous sumo names. G-chains. Quite often they change them when they've got not doing too well. Change them as hopefully looking for better luck. So 2nd win for Asanowaka, not doing at all well this tournament. Now Toki, Mr. Sideburns, Mr. Momiyage. Big wrestler, 177 kilos. That's about 27 stone. And Tochinonada, a mere 165, just about 26 stone. So slightly slow start there by Toki. Tochinonada closing the gap more quickly. Usual rough style from Toki, but Tochinonada clutches round his middle and leans on him and forces him out with a yorikiri win. Tochinonada's third win, 8 losses, makikoshi already. Previous basho he only had 5 wins, so not doing too well in this or the previous basho. Now Akinoshima, very strong when he latches onto the belt. He's fighting Takanowaka. They've only fought twice before. Takanowaka in his 5th basho. Akinoshima in his 76th basho. So it's a lot of time in the ring for the veteran on the left. He's 33 years old. He's got the belt, which is a strong position for him, but Takanowaka pushing in hard with his stomach. Kaburi thrusts there, and there's from thrust to pull down, overarm throw there. So he had the overarm, drove in hard with his stomach, and then switched direction and pressured down on Akinoshima's arm and drove him down into the sand and the dust of the dohyo. 4th win there for Takanowaka. A loss there would have given him 8 losses, or makikoshi, so still hanging on in there. Tamakasuga against Takanonami. These two have fought 22 times. Takanonami's won 15 of them, but Takanonami's on the Gudari Michi, the downward slope. He's lost his chance for going up to Ozeki now. What he now has to look forward to is not being demoted down from Sekiwaki, but that was his 7th loss. So he's showing all the signs of sliding down the ranks, probably Komusubi next time. And a win there, much needed win for Tamakasuga. Tamakasuga with only 2 wins so far. Previous basho he had 9 wins and 6 losses. One before that, 5 wins and 10. So a bit of an up and down series of results there for Tamakasuga. Now Kaio, who needs 11 wins this tournament. He's got 6 wins so far, fighting Tochiazuma. Tochiazuma's a strong competitor. They fought each other 14 times. Each has won 7 times. Kaio with 6 wins. Measured start there. Certainly didn't put both hands down before he started, but the Gyoji, the referee, didn't pick that up. So Kaio looking strong and confident. Had 4 losses so far this tournament. Can't afford many more, that's for sure. But he's tying the arm down there. That's that high underarm grip from Tochiazuma. Makes it difficult for Kaio to get a grip. But on the change of grips there, Kaio pushes him out. So that's 7th win for Kaio. Getting closer and closer to that Ozeki promotion, following his tournament win last time. Needs 33 wins over 3 tournaments. So 11 wins this tournament will give him that number. So slow start there. Well, not really so slow. He drops his head to the side, doesn't go head-to-head on this one. In sumo, it often is literally head-to-head, heads cracking the heads. Chiyotaikai, we've seen, complains of dizziness. He's banged heads so many times with other wrestlers. But Kaio there, going to one side. You can see him trying to get the belt there, but it's being denied to him, or it was. But then as Tochiazuma pulls his arm out from the grip, Kaio powers forward and drives him out with yorikiri. Now, up the scales now, up the ranks rather. Miyabiyama, Ozeki fighting next against Higonoumi here. These two have fought 4 times. Miyabiyama's won all 4 of them. But Miyabiyama suffering a bit, 6 losses so far. There's a head-to-head. 2 heads crack in there. And Higonoumi, only 4 wins so far. Notches up his 7th loss. Higonoumi said to be good when it's cold and wet, but for this basho it's neither. It's hot and sunny, so he's not doing too well. And that was the 5th win for Miyabiyama. Now Chiyotaikai, who's running second to Akebono in the race for the Emperor's Cup. He's got 8 wins so far. Here fighting newcomer Tochinohana in his 2nd basho. Tochinohana 12 wins in his previous basho. It's a canny wrestler. Leads with the head there. The head didn't really crack, but Tochinohana dropped his head at the end there. And there's an overarm throw, or pull down. Looked like an overarm throw from Chiyotaikai. Gives him his 9 wins. Keeps him in the race. Although there's a clutch of other wrestlers who in theory could come through. But it's better to be close to the leader, of course. Well, Tochinohana so far has beaten 1 ozeki and 2 sekiwaki, so for his second basho he's not doing too badly as a newcomer to this Makuuchi division. Now Musoyama fights Tosanumi. Tosanumi here at 163 kilos, that's about 25 stone. Musoyama about 10 kilos heavier. These two fought 17 times, pretty evenly balanced between the two of them in their previous encounters. Tosanumi's won 9 of them. It was a hard start there. They're both cracking, like the old Musoyama, but loses it there as Tosanumi pulls away from that forward pressure. So close in sumo, a winning push can suddenly turn into a losing drop as the other opponent just pulls away slightly and the pressure is released and the other wrestler drops down to the ground. So let's watch this one again. So there Musoyama, you can see he's dropping his head as he comes out, not chickening on the clash. And in the exchange of slaps and throat thrusts to the head, there's a pull down, and that was enough to do it. And Tosanumi just keeps safe on the edge of the ring as Musoyama bites the dust in front of him. So Musoyama there with his 8 losses and Makikoshi. And if he loses another fight between now and the end of the tournament, he'll go down from ozeki. It'll be one of the shortest-lived ozekis ever. Now, this bout, Dejima, this is the man who won this tournament last year against Oginishiki. They fought 4 times previously. Oginishiki's won 3 of them. So Dejima, certainly the stronger of the two. Locking in with 2 arms there underneath. It's the Kimidashi position. He's got 2 hands on the arm there. That's a bit of an arm breaker. Dejima gets it with that double overarm hold, exerting all that pressure on Oginishiki's single arm. It's 164 kilos of wrestler leaning on one of your arms. Most arms will just shatter in an instant. So Dejima there with 8 wins and Kachikoshi. This evens him up with his previous basho result, which was 8 wins and 7 losses. Now, Akebono, the first of the grand champions, coming out. He's got 10 wins so far. He's the leader. No losses at all. Here fighting Wakanoyama from the Musashigawa stable with 5 wins and 5 losses. These two have fought twice before. Akebono's won twice. Akebono certainly looking confident these days. Takanohana's out of this tournament. And I'm sure that gives Akebono a considerable amount of confidence. Careful start by Akebono, yeah, vintage Akebono, 2 hands, 2 of those long arms of his. He's nearly 2 meters tall, 6'8" or so, 230 kilos, just over 36 stone. It's a very tall wrestler with long arms, and when those 2 arms come out and whack into the opponent's upper body, it's very difficult to stop being shoved backwards. So 11 straight wins, Akebono against Wakanoyama. Interestingly enough, both of these wrestlers came into sumo at the same time. Both came in 88. Wakanoyama's been in and out the Makuuchi division. First came in 92, then he had a long absence from it, then came back in again a couple of bashos ago. Now the concluding bout, day 11, it's Musashi Maru. He's got 7 wins so far against Hayate Yumi. These two have never fought before. Hayate Yumi in his 3rd basho. It's almost 100 kilo weight difference here. And that's the size of a big man. So let's see how big Musashi Maru will handle this much lighter wrestler. Well, certainly putting in a good fight there, Hayate Yumi, but that sort of arm round the neck, always a sign of desperation. And a comfortable win, 8 wins for Musashi Maru. And the 5th loss for Hayate Yumi. So at the end of day 11, we've got Akebono in the lead with 11 straight wins. Close behind is Chiyotaikai with 9 wins and 2 losses, and then a number of wrestlers with 8 wins. Sachimaru, Dejima, Tochiazuma and Chiyotenzan, each with 8 wins and 3 losses. But stay with us, we'll be back very shortly with day 12.